thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 38, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Faking the give, now Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mitchell on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Operating from the gun, Mitchell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Mitchell under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
Ready. Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59. I'm coming. Mike, check, 59. Double dog, that's the way.
To throw is Mitchell. Throwing on 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
24 is down, he's coming. Switch. 24 is down, he's coming.
Shit.
And let's go.
They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen. Jim.
Now it's Watson. That's complete to John Ross. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. This is Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, Watson gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check! Check 13! Check 13!
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Torrey Cohen with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Bears push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Here's Mitchell throwing on first down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a second down coming up. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a handoff here to his running back. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Mitchell now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Let's get it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Reset. You 18.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, come on.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking win time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll run it with Cohen. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set. 19. Check 55. Hey, 59. 22. Check. Cover. 22. Check. Cover. Hey, check 24.
Watson off play action. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Check 31. 24.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, 59. 59.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, when you got a guy who's a dual threat out of the backfield, go ahead and use him. And that's exactly what they've done on back-to-back plays here. Picked up big chunks of yardage, once in the air and once on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down now, it's Cohen. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's the tap. 19. 19.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Going to need something special here on third and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken at the 3. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Now Mitchell on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run. This is Cohen. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
What is that?
From the 39, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's taken to the 26. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 8. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, 60 out, roll. Double time, double time. Hey, hey, hey. Shut up.
Mitchell on 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Looking to throw. Mitchell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. 20. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2nd and 11. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Mitchell. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He completes it to Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And again this time to the tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes having a hat trick against them.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Draw play, Cohen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the try here for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw is Mitchell. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Mitchell, operating from the gun. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
every now and then those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's free.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Mitchell now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Mitchell. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 33. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking to throw. Mitchell. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mitchell. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They're going to keep it on the ground. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Check 9. Check safety. Hey, switch gears. Shift. Alert. Show it up. Take it forward.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Chicago, it's an important win for their playoff